Good evening, students. So good evening all of you. So welcome to Unacademy EAMCET YouTube channel, students. So myself Dr.Rajendra Prasad, biology educator on Unacademy EAMCET. So in today's class we'll be discussing about non-cyclic photophosphorylation, students. So that is a part of the lesson, that is photosynthesis. So before starting the class, I would like to introduce about our Unacademy Plus subscription, students. So Unacademy is providing daily free live classes on its YouTube channel. Apart from that, it is also providing free classes on our Unacademy EAMCET, on Unacademy and Unacademy's app, students. So there is a well dedicated course is going on Unacademy Plus subscription, students. So let us see what is the importance of this Unacademy Plus subscription. So what is the benefits of taking the Plus course is the premium content will be available at affordable price. So structured live courses and dedicated live doubting sessions are going on. So quizzes are conducted regular intervals and lecturers will be in batches. You can join those batches which you are interested, students. Then test series also, the test series and daily practice papers, full and mock tests. So these all will be made available on our app, students. So this all you can get for a 1 month trial plan. If you are interested, you can go for 1 month trial plan of 2250 rupees. So if you are interested, you can use my code Rajendra Live to purchase this 1 month trial plan of 2250 rupees, students. So recently one batch was started, so that is Telugu batch. In that Telugu batch, all the educators, biology, mathematics, chemistry and physics, all the educators will be taking the classes in our native language, that is in Telugu, so that it will be better helpful for you to learn in Telugu language, students. So the detailed explanation. So what is the importance of this Telugu batch is detailed explanation will be given in Telugu language. Complete syllabus will be covered and tips and tricks also will be given by educators to score better marks in the examination, students. Then there is another batch already started. The name of the batch is called comprehensive batch. So in that batch I am taking biology classes and sir is taking the physics and sir is taking the chemistry classes. What is the importance of this batch is complete syllabus will be covered. So tips and tricks will be given and topic wise practice papers and full and mock tests. This all you can get a 1 month plan for 2250 rupees, students. So if you are interested, you can use my code Rajendra Live to get this course for 2250 rupees. So there are better and best long term plans are present, students. There is 6 months long term plan and 12 months long term plan. So 6 months long term plan is costing 10,125 rupees and 12 month long term plan is costing 12,375 rupees, students. So these are the best plans. I suggest you to go for 6 months and as well as 12 months plan, so that you can certainly will be get helpful by the Unacademy Plus subscription, students. So if you're interested, you can use my code Rajendra Live to get this long term plan for 6 months plan for 10,125 rupees and a 12 months plan for 12,375 rupees. So this is about our Unacademy Plus subscription, students. So let us start our today's topic, that is non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So let us see the first question, students. So light reaction and photochemical phases. So light reaction, photochemical phases includes. So light reaction involves. So light reaction, due to the process of light reaction, what happens is, see, absorption of light takes place. So statement A is a correct statement. So at the same time, what happens is the water splitting. So water splitting and release of oxygen also takes place. And at the end of light reaction, ATP and as well as NADPH formation will be taking place. So all these statements are correct. So we'll be taking the answer as all of these. Then which of the following is incorrect? Which of the following is incorrect about the photosystem? So question was asking about the photosystem. So which is incorrect about the photosystem? So before discussing this question, there let us see the diagram. So what is the photosystem and what is the photosystem and what are these? See, in this particular diagram you can see this is the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So this is a non-cyclic photophosphorylation showing. So this is the photosystem 2 and this is the photosystem 1. So this is photosystem 1 and this one is photosystem 2. So this one is the light harvesting complex. So this is the light harvesting complex. So and this is another light harvesting complex. And this light harvesting complex, so in this light harvesting complex you will be having the photosystem 2 actually. So photosystem 2, that is called as P680. So there is photosystem 2 P680 will be present here. So in this photosystem 2, in this light harvesting complex, there is one reaction center will be present. That reaction center is having chlorophyll A molecule. It absorbs light at 680 nanometers. That is the reason it is given as P680. And apart from this reaction center, there are other additional chlorophyll molecules also present. So all these together is called as a light harvesting complex. Similarly, here in this light harvesting complex, you have another photosystem, that is P700. So that is called as a P700. And so photosystem 1, so photosystem 1 is considered as a P700. Okay, it absorbs light at 700 nanometers. And photosystem 2 is P680 nanometers. So it absorbs light at 680 nanometers. So in this particular, you can see there is electron transport system is also present. So light harvesting complex, electron acceptor, electron transport system is present, and sunlight is the source. So before going to discuss this mechanism, so let us once answer this question, then we'll go back to the mechanism once again. So which of the following is incorrect about photosystem? So there are two photosystems. So yes, there are two photosystems are present in the given diagram we have seen. So there are two photosystems, photosystem 1 and as well as photosystem 2. So photosystem 1 and 2 are named in sequence of their discovery. So no doubt about it, it is the right statement. So the first photosystem identified is named as photosystem 1 and second photosystem identified is given as photosystem 2. Then let's see the statement 3. Light harvesting complex is made up of hundreds of pigment molecules. So what is this light harvesting complex is made up of? Hundreds of pigment molecules which are bound proteins. So here you can see now this is the diagram. This all together is called as a light harvesting complex. This all together is called as a light harvesting complex. So these all are, so green color, the green color molecules all are, so they are the green color pigments. Those all are called as a pigment molecules. So these pigment molecules, in the pigment molecules, one of the pigment molecule is the reaction center. Now this one is the reaction center. Now this reaction center contains chlorophyll A molecule. So reaction center contains the chlorophyll A molecules. Whereas rest of the pigment molecules includes chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, then carotenoids, as well as xanthophylls. So these are called as additional pigments or accessory pigments. These all are called as additional pigments or accessory pigments. So this whole complex is called as a light harvesting complex. In that light harvesting complex, we have reaction center. The reaction center is having only one molecule, that is chlorophyll A. So chlorophyll A acts as a reaction center, whereas other pigment molecules. So other pigment molecules include chlorophyll B, carotenoids, and xanthophylls. So based on that, let us see this question. So light harvesting complex is made up of hundreds of pigment molecules. So it is a right statement. You can see here there are several pigment molecules are present. So similarly, more than, so several hundred pigments, like more than 250 pigment molecules will be present. Minimum 250 pigment molecules will be present in light harvesting complex. Minimum 250 pigment molecules. So minimum 250 pigment molecules will be present in the light harvesting complex. So based on that, statement C is also a right statement. But the question is asking to find out the incorrect statement. Let us see the statement D. Each photosystem has all pigments. So this is the wrong statement actually. So photosystem, each photosystem has all pigments. Each photosystem has all pigments except one molecule of chlorophyll B. So that is a wrong statement. Each photosystem has all it is having the all pigments except so chlorophyll A. So that is the wrong statement here. So that is the reason option D will be the wrong statement. So let us move to the next question. So let us see the next question. So select the correct sequence. Select the correct sequence. So question is asking select the correct sequence. Sequence of electron transfer. Select the correct sequence of electron transfer in jet scheme. So question is asking to correct sequence of the jet scheme. So let us see the correct sequence of jet scheme actually. Now this is the jet scheme. You can see now here there is a jet scheme is present. So this is the jet scheme. So the movement of electron. So here this jet scheme indicates how the movement of electron takes place. So here what happens is, first the sunlight is received by the light harvesting complex. So sunlight is received by the light harvesting complex. So the pigment molecules present in the light harvesting complex, they get excited. So when they get excited, they release electrons. So they release the electrons when they get excited. That electrons are received by electron acceptor. So first electron acceptor is photolysis. So it was received by electron acceptor, and that electrons are transferred to electron transport system. From there, electrons are received by the photosystem 700. From there again, electrons are transported to electrons are finally received by NADP. So electrons are finally received by NADP to form NADPH. So this movement of electrons. So here first it is uphill process, then it is downhill process, and again it is uphill process, again downhill process. So such type of scheme. So like this. So such type of scheme is called as a jet scheme. So let us see the order. So jet scheme order. So what is the first step? So we have seen the first step is photosystem 2. We have seen the first is photosystem 2. Here you see this one, photosystem 2, this part. So photosystem 2, when photosystem 2 got excited, it released electron. Okay, that electron is accepted by electron acceptor, and that electron is transferred to electron transport system. So this is electron transport system, from where this electron is transported to electron transport system. From there to photosystem 1. That is PS1. From there again electron is finally. You can see that electron is finally received by NADP. So final electron acceptor is NADP. So final electron acceptor. So final electron acceptor is NADP. DP plus is the final electron acceptor. So finally, this was the final electron acceptor. So based on this, we can take that option B is considered as an answer. So based on this, we will be taking as a option B as our answer. So this is the flow of electrons. This is how the electrons are flowing. So how the electrons are moving? So first electrons. So electrons are moving. So electrons, how they are moving? Here if you see here, so photosystem 2. So photosystem 2 here, this one. So photosystem 2, the photosystem 2 absorb sunlight and get excited. When they get excited, they release electrons. So here this is the electron that got released. That electron is accepted by electron acceptor, and that is called photolysis. Here in this diagram, photolysis is not shown, and that electron is transported to electron transport system. Then electron is passed from electron transport system to photosystem 700. Then from there again electron is transferred to NADP plus to form NADPH. So which is the final electron acceptor in the non-cyclic photophosphorylation means it is no doubt it is NADP plus is the final electron acceptor in case of the this particular non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So based on that we can go for the given answer. So finally it is the finally option B will be our answer. Now let's move to the next question. In jet scheme, jet shape is formed. So just now we have seen jet scheme. So in the jet scheme, how this jet shape is formed? That was the question. So the carriers are placed in downhill process. So jet scheme appears when Carriers. Carriers, where do we find carriers? Carriers are found. So where do we find carriers? Carriers are actually found in the which the carriers are present in ETS. Okay. So you can see here there is ETS is an electron transport chain. So carriers are present in electron transport chain. So when these electrons are moving, see electrons are moving in this direction. So downhill process. So when electrons are moving in a downhill process, so we can see the shape, the jet shape is observed. So, okay, so carriers are placed in the downhill. Next, where water splitting complex associated with photosystem 2 is situated. So where water system complex associated with PS2 is situated. So water splitting complex, again the question was asking about water splitting complex. So water splitting complex also have other names. So water splitting complex have other names. So water splitting complex. So here the term is used is water splitting complex. Okay. So there are different names. So water splitting complex. So water splitting complex is also called as a photolysis. So water splitting complex is called as a photolysis. Water splitting complex is also called as a photolysis. So it is also called as a photolysis or splitting of water. In somewhere you try there splitting of water. So splitting of water. So these are the terms generally used. So where is this splitting of water or water splitting complex is taking place? That was the question. So let us see. You can see this diagram. So this pink color one. So the pink color one is a thylakoid membrane. So the pink color one is a thylakoid membrane of the particular chloroplast. In that you see photosystem 2. So this is the photosystem 2. Here you have water splitting complex like this. So H2O, so two molecules of H2O will be broken down to produce 4 protons plus 4 electrons plus 1 oxygen. So water splitting complex. Now this is called water splitting complex. Water splitting complex is present in the photosystem 2. And towards it is located towards the lumen. So lumen of the thylakoid. So it is located towards the lumen of the thylakoid. So based on that, let us see. So where is this water splitting complex is located? It is located towards the inner side. So it is located towards the inner side of the thylakoid membrane. You can see, right? So this is that thylakoid. Pink color is thylakoid membrane. Here it is written. So pink color is thylakoid membrane, and it is located towards the inner side of the thylakoid membrane. Now this is the inner side of the thylakoid membrane. So based on that, so we can take the answer. It is the inner side of the thylakoid membrane. So that is inner side of the thylakoid membrane. So water splitting complex, or it is also called photolysis of water. It is also called splitting of water. So different names were given for this actually. So let us move to the next question. Where are the protons and oxygen formed likely to be released? So just now we are seeing in the diagram. So here you can see when photolysis of two molecules of water molecules. So when 2H2O, so 2H2O is broken down. When 2H2O is broken down, so that is called photolysis of water. So we are getting 4 protons plus 4 electrons plus oxygen molecule. So these are the products. Now what is the question is asking? Where are the protons and oxygen are formed likely to be released? So where they are released, that was the question. You can see they are also released. Where they are released? They are released in the lumen of the thylakoid or inner side of the thylakoid. So they are released in the lumen of the thylakoid or inner side of the thylakoid. So there is option here. See, where are protons and oxygen formed likely to be released? They are released in the lumen of the thylakoid. So you can see the diagram clearly. So here oxygen is released, okay, and the protons are released. They are released in the lumen. So they are released in the lumen of the thylakoid. So they are releasing in the lumen of the thylakoid. Next, phosphorylation. So what is this phosphorylation? So addition of phosphate. If you see what is phosphorylation, so addition of phosphate. So addition of phosphate to ADP. Addition of phosphate to ADP gives rise to formation of ATP. So such process is called as a phosphorylation. So phosphorylation, so what is the meaning of this term phosphorylation? It is the addition of phosphate to ADP to form ATP. Such process is called as a phosphorylation. So this is the phosphorylation. So phosphorylation takes place. Where do we occur? Phosphorylation occurs in mitochondria, it occurs in chloroplast, it occurs in cytoplasm. So everywhere you can exhibit. So option D will be our answer according to this. Next, oxidative phosphorylation. So oxidative phosphorylation is a mechanism, so in which the oxidation in which what happens is oxidation of reducing power takes place to produce ATP. Such type of process is called as oxidative phosphorylation. So oxidative phosphorylation is taking place actually in case of the mitochondria. So oxidative phosphorylation takes place inside the mitochondria. Mitochondria is the site of oxidative phosphorylation. So that is the answer. So mitochondria will be the answer. Now let us see the next question. So identify A to D. So let us see what is this A to D. Then if you see the A to D, so in that A to D, if you have some, so see here this one is sunlight, so it should be a photon. Then D, so D is a reaction center. So B are pigment molecules. So this is the primary acceptor. So these are the different parts. This was the from a textbook diagram. So these are the different parts. So you have a reaction center. So general reaction center is chlorophyll A act as a reaction center. There is only one molecule which acts as a reaction center. So these all are pigment molecules. Next, the process for which manganese and chloride ions are required. So manganese and chloride ions are required for which mechanism? So manganese and chloride ions, manganese and as well as chloride ions, they are required for the photolysis of water. So they are essential for the photolysis of water. So just now discussing the photolysis of water, what happens? So this water undergo lysis to produce protons and as well as electrons and as well as oxygen. So you can see when two molecules of the water is undergoing lysis, undergoing photolysis, it is producing 4 protons. For example, if it is only single water molecule, then it should be certainly 2 protons. For single water molecule, it will be 2 protons plus 2 electrons plus half O2. So this will be the equation like this if it is for one water molecule. So one water molecule is producing 2 protons and 2 electrons. One water molecule is producing 2 protons and 2 electrons. So for this process, to undergo this process, it requires the ions like manganese ion as well as chloride ion. So manganese ion as well as chloride ion, they are playing an important role in the photolysis of water. Next, the maximum absorption P700. So P700 indicates it is the absorption of light at 700 nanometers. It is absorption. P700 indicates it is the absorption of light. It is absorption of light at 700 nanometers. Absorption of light at 700 nanometers. So P700 indicates that absorption of light at 700 nanometers. Now, NADPH2. So NADPH2 is generated. So generated through. That was the question. So where is this NADPH2 is generated? So NADPH2 is generated by the photosystem. So photosystem P700. So P700, it is a photosystem 1. Photosystem 1 is a P700. So it is generated through P700. Next, photophosphorylation. So photophosphorylation is a process in which what happens? So photophosphorylation, photo means light. So term photo. So photo means light. So phosphorylation, so formation of ATP. So phosphorylation is addition of phosphate. So phosphorylation means addition of phosphate to form ATP, that is called phosphorylation. So formation of ATP. So formation of ATP through addition of phosphate, that is called phosphorylation. So formation of ATP takes place. The formation of ATP takes place in the presence of light. So light energy is converted into chemical energy to form ATP. Such type of process is called as the photophosphorylation. So photophosphorylation, photo means light. So light energy is converted into chemical energy in the form of ATP. Such type of process is called as a photophosphorylation. Next, the reaction center photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. So what is the photosystem 1? So photosystem 1, it includes P700 is the photosystem 1, and photosystem 2 is P680. So option A will be the answer. So reaction centers for photosystem 1 and photosystem 2 are, reaction centers includes P700 and P680. Next, the results of light reaction. So results of light reaction means at the end of light reaction, what are the products at the end of light reaction? So at the end of light reaction produces ATP and as well as NADPH2. So at the end of light reaction, what happens is ATP as well as NADPH2 are produced at the end of light reaction. So this is about our today's multiple choice question discussion. So here once, if you see this diagram, so this is the diagram which we are discussing. So if you see this diagram, so this is the actual diagram which showing the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So if you see this non-cyclic photophosphorylation, so you can see this light harvesting complex. Inside this light harvesting complex we have photosystem 2. So photosystem 2 has a chlorophyll molecule which absorbs light at 680 nanometers. Here this light harvesting complex is having photosystem 1, okay, which light harvesting complex has a chlorophyll molecules which absorbs light at 700 nanometers. So it is called as a photosystem 1, and here in this light harvesting complex we have a chlorophyll molecule which absorbs light at 680 nanometers, that is called as photosystem 2. So you can see here photolysis of water is taking place. So photolysis of water is taking place here. So this photolysis of water is taking place. It is attached to photosystem 2. Photolysis of water is taking place. It is attached to photosystem 2. And when photolysis of one water molecule produces 2 electrons and as well as 2 protons and half O2 actually. So it is half O2. Here then, when sunlight is received by this photosystem light harvesting complex, it get excited and electrons are released. So the released electrons is accepted by electron acceptor. So electron acceptor is pheophytin. So pheophytin is the electron acceptor here in this case. And then from there electrons from the pheophytin, electrons are transferred to electron transport system. From there electrons are transported to photosystem 1. From there again electrons are transported to another electron acceptor. From there finally electron is received by NADP. So finally electron is received by NADP to produce NADPH. So when during the transport of electrons in the electron transport system, there is a generation of ATP took place. So by end of this reaction, now this reaction is called as a light reaction. So by end of this light reaction, and this is also called non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Now this cycle is showing the jet scheme. So it is showing the jet scheme. It is a non-cyclic process. Now this process is a non-cyclic process. Okay. So during this light reaction, what happens? We are getting ATP is synthesized, and here you can see ATP is synthesized as well as NADPH is synthesized. So the end products. So a light reaction end product. So end product of light reaction is ATP as well as NADPH. And this scheme, the scheme of movement of electrons is in a jet shape. So this is also called as a jet scheme, and it is also called as non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So it is not a cyclic process. It is a non-cyclic. It is not cyclic process. So it is a non-cyclic, and we are getting formation of ATP is taking place. So formation of ATP or development generation of ATP taking place in this non-cyclic process. That's what is called non-cyclic photophosphorylation in the presence of sunlight. Okay, this reaction is taking place in the presence of sunlight, so that is the reason it is called as non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So this process is called as a non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So this is about the non-cyclic photophosphorylation, students. So this is end of the today's topic. So before ending the session, so I would like to once again introduce about our long-term plan, students. I suggest you to purchase the Unacademy's plus subscription long-term plans. So 6 months plan costing 10,125 rupees and 12 months plan it is costing 12,375 rupees, students. So these are the best plans I suggest you to take. So this is about our today's non-cyclic photophosphorylation topic session, students. Thank you, students. See you in the next class, all of you. So bye bye and take care.